Okay, so if you got here from one of my intros on one of the social media accounts that we shared, an introduction to basically holistic, ecological, permaculture, regenerative approaches to keeping animals healthy. As I discussed that now it's the fall season and the temperature is changing. It's a little bit more cold. There's some rain, some cold rains. The forage is changing out there in the forest. So there is a lack of certain things and there's a surplus of other things. The goats can be weakened by these changes, these temperature changes, and this availability of nutrients and medicine out there. So here at Sun and Bloom Farms, the headquarters of Abiding for Sustainability, with the help of Beekeeping Mama, who is an herbalist, not just for people, but for animals also. What we do, we first of all trust the animals and their ancestral wisdom that's embedded in their DNA, both natural and from evolution kind of point of view, from a basically wisdom that's gained from living in a specific ecosystem. We trust them that they know how to take care of themselves. And we went out there in the forest in our pasture to kind of look to see and identify to see if they have the nutrients necessary and the medicine necessary for different type of ailments. We know when the goats are most acceptable to different type of problems. So we want to make sure that things are out there for them and that we have things to give them to supplement to keep them healthy. So first of all, we identified a lot of these wild medicines out there. We've seen the goats actually go to them specifically in different times of the year, either for bloat or even if they had a little bit of worms kind of like starting, or even for a little cold. And thank you so much, Autumn, for being so good here. I'm almost there, okay? I won't keep you there for too long. So we make sure that there's medicine out there. Then we also go and broadcast seeds in there so that they grow in the wild. And then we also grow in a way where we can go harvest and basically give it to them in their food or as a supplement. So today, we're in the fall, again, changing of temperature, changing of forage, changing of all kinds of environmental conditions. The goats can be susceptible to all kinds of different things. So we're giving them two things. We bought these, they're organic, they're from a farm family just like ours. They've been researching this, they've been putting this together. We bought it from them just because we didn't get to make our own yet, so we wanted to support them. And in the same way, we're learning. So it's almost like buying a book in the same time. So there's two things here. One of them is a dewormer. Again, there's quite a lot to discuss about that. We talk quite a lot about that in our permaculture course when we get to the microstock part, when we talk about integrating animals as managers and as partners in managing the ecosystem. So check that out. Hopefully we'll make something separate outside of a permaculture course, but this is our holistic ecological permaculture approach to working with animals and making sure that they're healthy. And I hear a cough already. It's a cough of dry throat, so we got some water in here. But anyway, so back to these. What we got here, this is a dewormer, very natural. So listen to some of the ingredients. I'm not going to read them all, but something that very easily we can grow here. Anybody can grow on their farm too. Organic mullein leaf, thyme leaf, ginger root, fennel seed, garlic bulb, hyssop leaf. Anyway, some more stuff here that anybody can really grow at their place. So and they also have some directions. I'm not promoting necessarily this farm, but if anybody wants to reach out, I will tell you exactly where to get this. I'm not gonna necessarily promote this directly here. Woo! And one of the goats almost got the video ended, but it's still here. Okay, so with that said, we got the dewormer, and I got directions here on how much to give this particular goat, okay? So this is gonna help if there's any excess of specific type of things that we don't want in the belly of the goat that could make her weak and not very healthy. We give her this quarter spoon. So here's the tactic. I've seen other people doing it differently. I basically pick up the upper part of their mouth. Okay, honey, I put the spoon in there, let her basically chew it like that, and it's very important to watch the goat while I do this, because if she inhales, this is a powder basically of all these dried plants, she could kind of like choke a little bit on it. So I have water really close by. If I see her choking, I let her go so she can go and drink water. So this was really well. And I didn't go deep in her throat or anything, just on the top. If there is some of it that goes on the mouth, on the floor, and I'm not getting all of it inside, then, you know, I'm okay with that. Okay, so this is a GI soother. So this is for the gastrointestinal tract, basically. So this is to keep their belly healthy. Again, we changed their diet as the availability of nutrients is diminishing out there. So we changed their diet. Now we have some dry hay here. To the lactating mothers, we give them a little bit of grain and peas and such, some other things, and that's maybe for another video. But this also super natural, all organic, right? Cinnamon bark, ginger root, turmeric root, slippery elm bark. So really amazing, because these are a lot of things that are healthy for us too. So I have to let this baby girl go. Go ahead. And not more than that. That's all I'm doing to her. And then the important part of this is, again, this is preventive. This is being natural medicine, is not like your synthesized artificial lab-made stuff where it's like, you know, the goat is sick, give her a shot, give her a pill, give her whatever, and it's like reactionary, even though there's some preventive medicine out there that are like lab-made and super chemical. In our opinion, those are not very good, and we don't want to use them. But something to understand is that this is not a one-time thing. So, of course, there's some. We give them a little bit more during spring and fall. Especially in the spring, we have to be very careful, because everything comes to life, including the diseases, the worms, all of the things that want to be in the bellies of these goats and not make them feel so good. So now I have 10 goats, so I have to do the rest of them. Let me show you over here. Some of them already got the treatment yesterday, the big girls, and we have to get them all done. Oh, you know, it's the medicine day. Some of them like it a lot, others don't like it so much. Yeah, there are more things to say. You know, they're also inside more right now. During the cold periods, I'm going to open the doors for them to go out there for sure. But because they are inside, also more dangers of basically getting sick, because, you know, as much as we can change the straw in their stalls, you know, there's still going to be quite a lot of urine and feces in there, and therefore increasing their danger to get sick. That's why, for example, you know, they're never in here at this time. Let's say it's 10:30, unless it's like, you know, raining or snowing outside and it's really cold. We usually let them go outside. And here's this guy who's trying to create trouble in here. Hey, what are you doing, dude? Oh, you couldn't just eat it from outside. You want to be inside of it, huh? So back to that, yeah, because they're more inside, you know, we have to make sure that they have fresh water, fresh food, and fresh bedding. Again, we're very much, our management style is be outside, be out there, and we want to make sure, just like, you know, we would do with our kids or with ourselves, that we're really healthy through the diet that we eat, and the additional things that we are we are putting in our body to strengthen our bodies. So thank you so much. I hope you found value in this. Again, we discuss this quite a lot in our courses, in our permaculture courses, especially in the deep dive ones. If you have questions, reach out. We can definitely discuss further and give you more resources or consult you if you need that type of help to design your operations or your space with your animals. Thank you so much. Dr. Lucian out.